Hey guys, this is day 86. Today we got 2 Corinthians verse 2 Corinthians chapter 8. Yeah, I'm not gonna read the entire chapter, word for word, verse for verse, because not that it's not important. It's just I want to get to the main point faster. That's one way to see it. But yeah, I'm not gonna go just verse for verse, just reading absolutely every word in the chapter. Or you know what? Maybe I will. I don't even know. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. It's just I haven't even. Not that I haven't had the chance. I totally had the chance. It's just funny enough. Just right now, I wasn't hungry the entire afternoon, and I suddenly start, and now I'm hungry. Pisses me off. Okay. Anyway, let's just get to it, and I'm just so hungry. Okay. First one. We want you to know, brothers, about the grace of God that has been given among the churches of Macedonia. For in a severe test of affliction, their abundance of joy and extreme poverty have overflowed in a wealth of generosity on their part. For they gave according to their means, as I can testify, and beyond their means of their own accord, begging us earnestly for the favor of taking part in the relief of the saints. And this, not as we expected, but they gave themselves first to the Lord, and then by the will of God to us. Accordingly, we urged Titus that as he had started, so he should complete among you this act of grace. But as you excel in everything, in faith, in speech, in knowledge, in all earnestness, and in our love for you, see that you excel in this act of grace also. I say this not as a command, but to prove by the earnestness of others that your love is also genuine. For you know the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, that though he was rich, yet for your sake he became poor, so that you, by his poverty, might become rich. And in this matter I give my judgment. This benefits you, who a year ago started not only to do this work, but also to desire to do it. So now finish doing it as well, so that your readiness in desiring it may be matched by your completing it out of what you have. For if the readiness is there, it is acceptable according. What the heck is this? Okay. For the readiness is there, it is acceptable according to what a person has, not according to what he does not have. For I do not mean that others should be eased and you burdened, but that as a matter of fairness. Your abundance at the present time should supply their need, so that their abundance may supply your need, that there may be fairness. It's 10 more verses. As it is written, whoever gathered much had nothing left over, and whoever gathered little had no lack. But thanks be to God, who put into the heart of Titus the same earnest care I have for you. For he not only accepted our appeal, but being himself very earnest, he is going to you of his own accord. With him we are sending the brother who is famous among all the churches for his preaching of the gospel. And not only that, but he has been appointed by the churches to travel with us as we carry out this act of grace that is being ministered by us, for the glory of the Lord himself, and to show our goodwill. We take this course so that no one should blame us about this generous gift that is being administered by us. For we aim at what is honorable, not only in the Lord's sight, but also in the sight of man. And with them we are sending our brother, whom we have often tested and found earnest in many matters, but who is now more earnest than ever, because of his great confidence in you. As for Titus, he is my partner and fellow worker for your benefit. And as for our brothers, they are messengers of the churches, the glory of Christ. So give proof before the churches of your love and of our boasting about you to these men. Goodness gracious, that felt so long. Yeah, I gotta stop complaining. But, I mean, I'd say that, yeah, to maybe convict myself, but I'm not really gonna stop complaining, am I? No. Yeah, so basically, what chapter 8 talks about is, giving to others in need. For example, like in the context, Paul was helping, or was building churches in Corinth, and giving and like serving. Not that he was rich, but he was doing what he could to to help others, and with the ultimate goal of leading them to the Lord. And as he says in verse 8, that this is, again, giving. You're not forced to give what you have. You're not forced to help like those in need with what you have left, or you're not forced to donate, or you're not forced just to give that little extra you have that you don't need. You're not forced, but it is strongly encouraged, because again, this is one more characteristic that shows the, again, genuineness of the love you claim to have towards God. In Revelation, as it says in Revelation, I was hungry, but you did not feed me. I was thirsty, but you did not give me drink. I was naked, but you did not clothe me. That's when the Lord is going, like as in the future, He's going to be saying to the to the people that, when He will be saying, "Depart from me, for I never knew you," to those who deserve it. Again, it's not a command as, love your neighbor as yourself, or you shall honor God with, you shall love God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your soul. But it is something that proves the genuineness of your love. I just repeated that again, but I don't know why. Again, verse 9 follows, which is, this verse is, in my eyes, the one that exalted the most. For the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, that though He was rich, yet for your sake He became poor, so that you by His poverty might become rich. There's not really anything that the Lord doesn't already own, that it's not already His. And it's kind of like hard to explain, Jesus, He was poor, but was He really poor? Sure, financially, but was He really poor? If He wanted to, not necessarily being in the Father's will, if He wanted to, He could have just, again, turned rocks into bread, just, out of the blue. And again, turning water into wine. And since that is God in the flesh, like God 100% and also 100% human, He could have just given Himself superpowers, and He could just, flown to wherever He wanted to. yeah, I mean, why not, right? It would be really cool to see that. Yeah. Yeah, again, he wasn't really poor in every sense of the word, except for, financially poor. Besides from that, and only a couple times, well, no, most of the times, there was some occasions in which he did have, that money from donations of people that willingly gave money or, whatever else of value. Which, again, donation. But yeah, he wasn't really poor. He is God, so yeah. Yeah, but again, he was rich. Yeah, again, he has all the power in the world, in the universe, in all of existence. And yet he decided to, come to Earth and, again, be not in a humble way. Live of course, a perfect life. Therefore, of course, he had to be humble. But he didn't, again, he wasn't born of, of this royal, he was, gosh, okay. He wasn't born of this, worldly view of a royal family. Being king of, gosh, it's just, I was going to say being king of, whatever place, but Jesus is already king, so, it's taking way too long. Okay. So, just summarizing it, you could have been born, spoiled with all these perks, all these worldly perks, but he didn't. He decided to dwell with the lowest of people. Look at the apostles, fishermen, tax collectors. And what was wrong with fishermen at that time? There's a reason why people say, even now, like, oh, he or she talks like a fisherman. So, cussing at least 90% of the time. And yeah, just not only cussing, just using foul language. And that was just like, what a fisherman naturally had. There was a lot of other stuff that they did that was pretty messed up. So yeah. And then Paul proceeds to explain that for if the readiness is there, if the readiness of you, I'm ready to donate, or I'm ready to give this that I don't need, or maybe I do need, but I still want to give. It is acceptable according to what a person has, not according to what he does not have. So again, any amount that you have, it still counts. It's still better than nothing. But again, not saying this as you have to do this in order to be saved. No. Because that would be works-based salvation. But if you really want to show not only to others but yourself that your love is genuine, this is strongly encouraged. Again, yeah, just for the second, third time right now. Yeah, again, I'm gonna put an example. If a homeless person that all he or she has is 1 cent, and a rich person that has, all the money in the world, but all the money in the world, and brings with him let's say 10 grand, okay? And they both go, the homeless person donates that 1 cent, and that rich person donates the 10 grand. Who gave more? Yes, in a worldly view, or yes, our automatic response would be, oh, of course, the guy with the 10 grand. Duh. But, I mean, this is gonna sound weird, but did he really give more than the homeless person? Because the homeless person gave all that he or she had. I mean, they would have needed, that cent for whatever else. I doubt that you could get anything for a cent right now, but and 99 cents is pretty much in bankruptcy, but whatever. Yeah. So that homeless person gave, a cent, all they had. And yes, they needed that, but they still gave it to, either the church or another person. And of course, not to make less the donation of the rich person. I mean, of course, 10 grand. I mean, give it to me, right? No, just, I wish, just this 10 grand, he donated either to the church or someone else. Not trying to, again, make less or burden this rich person. I mean, of course, 10 grand, wow. But the person who gave more, in this case, according to Jesus, which we should be obeying every time or whatever he says, was the homeless person. Because again, they gave 100% of everything they had, and the rich person gave 10 grand, which was maybe, not even 1% of his total income. So, yeah. And again, not trying to make less a donation of 10 grand. I mean, who wouldn't want that? But this makes a point that you don't have to give immense amount of money. I mean, this makes a point that anything that you have that you are willing to give counts. Anything that you are willing to bless other people with, I mean, it's of course very much appreciated, and it even better, it pleases God's heart, and of course shows the genuineness of this love that you claim to have, that you claim to have received from God, that you claim to have for God, and hence his people. Oh yeah, and I forgot this, but going back to the Jesus thing, that he was rich. He was rich, of course. Yeah, I mean, he is rich, but he decided to, be born as a financially poor person. Gives a, well, I thought it gave like a reference. Yeah, that he chose to be among the lowest. Gives a reference, or at least I think it does. It sounds pretty good. To John 10:11, which says, "I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep." Just hold on. Sorry, my bad. I haven't gone through John, so yeah, it's pretty much blank right now. Hold on a minute. There. Okay. Yes, again, it sounds pretty similar to, again, making that reference to John 10:11, that Jesus, again, since he loves us so much, that he gave his life for us, he also loves us so much that he didn't choose to be, this dashing, brilliant looking person. I mean, no, he was just like, he was well, a nice way to say homeless. Well, in his case, he was a nomad. He didn't have like a designated home. Again, he lived a humble life and still was called king. I mean, of course he is, but yeah, that was sad. Oh, again, very important. Going forward to the donation part, the giving. Yes, God sees this action, and of course he appreciates it. Duh. I mean, he sees you, serving, giving, helping his children. But he also, I mean, since he is God, he sees way past the action. He also sees your heart posture. He also, again, sees what your true intentions are behind you doing, for example, giving. And, I mean, of course, you still appreciate it, but it doesn't really help. Does it really help you if you give? I mean, maybe. Yeah, I mean, it helps others, yeah. But does it really help you if you donate in order to, score some points with God and in order for Him to give you what you want? I mean, it's not up to me to decide. I mean, God sees that, but if us humans can know that that is not like honest giving, how much more does God know that? So yeah. Yeah, he knows the true intention of this better than you. Because I mean, us humans often we don't know the true intention of why we do certain stuff. Sort of just do it sometimes. So yeah, again, just be careful with your heart posture as you are, again, for example, giving. Yeah, to not be like the Pharisees that they were just, they were cornballs, like that they were just, showing off in public, just not doing it, for performance and not really for, because they loved God. And last point I want to get to, giving. It is also important to do this so us as Christians, as followers of Christ, we set the example to other Christians, and also for unbelievers. Maybe you unknowingly, you give, something or what you have to a stranger that's not a believer. Then maybe perhaps that stranger, that unbeliever, will see that God is abundant in mercy, grace, and of course love. He is love. And yes, reference to 1 Timothy. Just let me find it. 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse number 12, which says, wait, are we sure it's 4:12? Oh wait, yeah. Which says, let no one despise you for your youth, but set the believers an example in speech, conduct, and in love, in faith, in purity. What's the point of this? Set the example. Well, one of the main points, of course. Set the example, speak with your actions, preach the gospel without talking. Yeah. And as verse 21 says, we're still in chapter 8. Chapter 8, verse 21 says, "For we aim what is honorable not only in the Lord's sight, but also in the sight of men." Which means that we don't only serve the Lord. We don't only surrender stuff, give everything we have to the Lord, but we also in the sight of man, which means, again, we also serve other people. Jesus served other people. Jesus washed his apostles' feet. Which, again, this is kind of wild to say. It's kind of bold, but I wonder if Jesus, while he was washing his apostles' feet, I wonder if he just went like, "Dang, bro, you gotta cut those nails." Or like, "Dang, bro, your feet are dirty. Good thing I'm washing them." Yeah, just, thoughts come and go. Yeah, that was it. Oh, I'm just so hungry. Yeah. Stay blessed. Stay rooted. Or I will find you. Not just kidding. But God is watching, it says. Okay, and stay prayed up. Bye.